Well, you found me. This is the Vintage Woodshop. I'm Sandy, and as I like to say, welcome to my playpen. What I have mounted on the lathe is a piece of wood that I prepared years ago. It is walnut, but it's where the walnut tree gets grafted to the roots that don't rot. Look it up. I don't understand it enough to be able to explain it to you, but this is going to be magnificent. What I'm getting ready to do is core this piece out. Core this piece out. Let me show you the graft. You can see the graft here. This is where the roots were grafted to the regular tree. Way cool, at any rate. As I said, what I'm fixing to do here is to core a chunk off of this one, core a chunk off of this one, and what I've gotten into the habit of doing, instead of wasting wood, is using the piece that I core out, flip it over, turn it, attach it to the base to establish a pedestal. So, I'm going to move the camera to give you a slightly better point of view, and we'll get on with things. What I'm doing here is determining how far into this piece of wood I want to cut. I want this to stop with about an inch of the wood remaining on the bottom. So by holding the knife right here, I have it at an inch right here. I'm going to measure, and that means I want this 4.5 inches away from the surface of the blank. So I'll mount up all the hardware and make it so. Now before I core this, I want to bore a recess in this so that once this piece pops free, I have a means by which to mount it on one of my chucks. I don't want to forget to do that. I shut it off when the knife got in there about 3 inches. Now I'm going to reposition the support so that the knife has some support. You might have been able to hear the vibration that was beginning. Got this thing all polished up. Time to flip it around. Mount it on the vacuum chuck. Turn that disc that I glued on there, that sacrificial block, down into a size that's usable for a tenon to mount the pedestal on. So, here we go.
Okay, you remember back at the beginning of this video when I bored that hole in there? Well, now you get to see why. Hang on, I'm going to give you a different point of view. So here's the bolt so far. Turned the tenon that I glued on there down to the size of that hole. At this point in time, this tenon is a little bit too small. It's about 3/4 of an inch tall now. That hole is 3/4 of an inch deep. I do not want that tenon to bottom out. Besides that, I have to take the height of this down. This area needs to be flatter so that it meets up with the base of the bowl on a broader range than it will if I leave this standing as tall as it is now. So, let's carry on.
Hole now is just a little over a ½ inch. I want to take a little bit off the edge of this because there's a slight edge on the bottom of that bowl. I don't want it interfering. I want this flush with the bottom of the bowl when I glue them up. It's nicely chamfered now. I'm going to reduce this down to a cylinder that's about that diameter. Maybe dead vertical sides or slightly flatter. Let's see how that works out.
This is the height that I want this pedestal, so I need to flatten it off a little bit. I'll leave a slightly chamfered edge on here at the junction between the base and the bowl. But in order to flatten that off, I'm going to have to bore this hole a little deeper as well. So let's get busy.
Okay, here's the final bits. Just finishing off with some more Axe sanding paste and some of their micro polish. Aside from that, there is no other finish on this bowl. And there she is in all her glory. And as always, it is far, far prettier in person than it is in the video. Let me put it on the rotisserie and we'll get some beauty shots done here. The bowl turned out to be 14 1/4 inches in diameter and about 4 3/4 inches tall. In closing, keep a smile, my friends, and let me know if you agree in the comments, but I've heard you can tell a happy woodworker by the sawdust that's stuck in his teeth. See you next time.